Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Edain mod. Today we are now starting with the evil factions, now that the final good faction has been shown off, and we're starting with Isengard. And we're going against the Dwarves. And I'm going to go over why we're up against the Dwarves as we begin the battle. And we're doing it on the Spring of Carnan map, a very large map that has several bridges to get through. But the main thing is, it is a large map with quite a few perilous enemies to deal with, but the Uruk-hai scouts aren't that bad at dealing with them. Get a few mine shafts in the base. Find a plot to build our clan steading. Build a lumber mill, and I believe this settlement is being protected by a warg. Let us see. Yes, it is. Well, that is why we built the clan steading. Also, another reason why I'm going against the dwarves is I find Isengard really strong against factions that can chase them down. A lot of what Isengard is capable of requires them to do hit and run tactics. And I'm going to show up by going down the right side of the power tree. Because we want to be taking as little damage as possible whenever possible. Get our first unit of Wildmen. And we'll soon get Wolfgar as well to turn them into pikes. Because that's one of the biggest weaknesses of Isengard is, without the Wildmen they have no early tier pike units. So against a faction, say for example Rohan, or even the Dwarves with their battle wagons, you're at a bit of a disadvantage. But if you know how to make those pikemen effectively, then you'll have no trouble whatsoever dealing with the enemy, no matter who they are. Because yeah, before I bashed on Wildmen, then I thought Wildmen were good, then I bashed on them again, and then I thought they were good again, and now we're where we are now, where I think they're a good medium position. They're about the same strength as the Uruk-hai scouts, if not a little bit better in some places. Because they can transition, and they are cheaper. 150 for each unit is pretty good. That might be cheaper than what they were. I'm thinking that they used to be 250, but no, I think they used to always be 150. Sadly, they do die to 2 hits from these dwarves, but that's fine. I actually want them to take a bit of... it's actually fine the Wildmen take damage, because they... when we give them pikes through Wolfgar's ability, they regain their full unit size and are particularly strong against cavalry. Okay, let's make our way down. Another good thing is this power comes back really quickly, so you can space it out between just single units or use it on several units at once. You have got the freedom.
What is it? You are next.
Make sure the wargs are focusing the pikes. Or spearmen, whatever you want to call them. Yep, another good thing about the recent patches, lumber mills now start with 5 labourers, so you don't have to waste time on that. Let's get a pantry so we can get more Wildmen out. Because that's all we really need right now. Getting Isengard, Uruk-hai, would be no better than just getting Wildmen of Dunland at this point. Because you have to spend the 1,000 to get the upgrade to our military, and then we have to spend however much money we're spending to get the Wildmen in the Uruk-hai in the first place. We've spun the mine shafts just because getting the Uruk-hai cheaper is a good thing. Let's get the armory first. And let's take this settlement / outpost, because it's actually an outpost. There's also a settlement there. And then hear the lamentation. So I have one unit of Uruk-hai go over there and take that settlement for me. And don't particularly want to give these guys torches, because there's a good chance I'm going to turn them all into pikes. Okay, first pantry's done. Now we're going to save up and get upgrades to our economy. Get another mine shaft since it's
What is best in life?
very
Crush your enemies.
close to enemy lines. We could build a steel workers, but on a castle start map, I don't want to risk losing this early on. They don't seem to be really near where that is, so that should be fine. We'll get a warg sentry and a tower,
To crush your enemies.
and then we'll just...
Before you, and you'll hear the land
Oh yeah, this building has an arrow tower. Forgot about that.
and this
Okay, let's not lose momentum, let's keep pushing. There should be a lair over here protecting this building. This outpost, so we'll take that. Let's not lose any momentum. Next I want to get the workers' tools, and then we'll build this up with 3 furnaces. If it lasts, it means we'll eventually get upgrade cost reduction.
what is best in
If it doesn't, then so be it. But yeah, can't do that outpost currently. Don't want to either. What I want to do is give this unit the spear upgrade. It's good they gave it a little bit of extra range. I don't know if it's unlimited range, but it's definitely a good amount of range. Tainted land on here for the extra armor. We're just trying to get as much value from these lair kills as we can. But we're taking minimal casualties. Makes it good for us.
will fall.
And make sure as many wildmen are hitting us as possible, because that way we get more pillage economy. Just keep building more resources. I always fail to make more resources as Isengard, because I'm always focusing on my military because we keep losing stuff very easily. But if on a large map, where the AI is less prone to attack you in large numbers, then you can really just afford to do this. And yep, they're going for pikemen of their own. I'm going to turn more wildmen into pikemen because there is the first wagon. And look at that. It didn't need to be perfect, it just needed to kill them. And that's exactly what it did. Do another warg sentry and another tower back here. Let's get another mine shaft.
None dare stand in my way.
Get another tower as well.
What is best in life?
Okay, save this building first since this is our military building.
The weak will fall.
And it's very, very important that we keep it in one piece.
I will break you in half.
This is not a problem. We lose a lumber mill, so be it. It's made its money. It's made us a lot of money. Don't need to worry about it. To get that last furnace built up.
Crush your enemies. See them driven before you.
And yeah, the warg sentries are the perfect defense. I'd say Isengard has definitely got the best defenses in the game. Let's just build a bunch elsewhere as well.
Kill them all.
And yeah, then as soon as they're dealt with, let's come back over here and try and protect this. Wildman hut. Oh, we've got axe throws on it as well.
The weak will fall. Pillage and destroy.
Okay, they destroyed it, but let's kill Edain before we. No, steal those axe throws since some of our units aren't actually attacking them. Edain is down. Rebuild the clan steading. We could potentially build a second one here, but we might be approaching the point where we can give up on the clan steadings units.
To crush your enemies. See them
It can happen
driven
very
before
quickly.
you.
You don't
And
need
hear
to
the
keep those units
lamentation of the
forever.
women. None dare stand
You're a temporary
in my
fix
way.
to your early game problems, and that battle wagon has destroyed my other lumber mill. You know what? That is fine. It frees up my command points so I can get more units. Last building, I could get the Siegeworks, but nah, warg pit. Because believe it or not, wargs are good on a very large open map like this.
What is best in life? Crush your enemies.
Let's get Scavenger for our Wildmen for a few moments. Get lots of them. Just all infantry,
The weak will
but we also need range cavalry to deal with the catapults that are attacking me over the mountain. Okay.
their women.
Okay, sit back there so we can rebuild this clan steading. Warg sentries deal with that nice and easy.
My rage is all consuming.
And some of them over there. Okay, they got distracted just in time, and they stopped attacking me. Get the machines of war. Get our first unit of warg riders. And they'll be dealing with their siege when they show up. We'll also get Sharku, because he is a good hero. I've found in my past experience that Sharku is actually a very dependable hero. Despite the fact the building he is from does have some of the weakest cavalry in the game, we can make it work. And we no longer need the lumber mills because we do have devastation. Which means free economy by using the power, cutting down a few trees, etc, etc. We've got quite a few wounded Wildmen. If they've still not got pikes, let's give them pikes. They're gone. We've lost 2 settlements down here. Let's take them back. This outpost has not been touched, which means it has been making us a grand amount of money. Grand amount. And our warg riders have arrived. So has Glowin. Warg riders are not meant to be fighters, at least not for yet. Right now, we need Sharku and we need to give them full armor upgrades before we can even consider throwing them into melee. And as soon as the machine of war is done for tier 1, we can start working on tier 2, which I'm going to get through the warg pits, since I don't want any more than 1 warg rider for now. Okay, then now they're attacking my outpost. But we're at a point where I can be reasonable and try and defend it. But Gimli's back. Oh dear. No, Gimli's not back. Gimli's here now. What we can do is bait him with the wargs. Bait him in. And then have him walk into the warg sentries, because warg sentries are hero killers. Really good. Okay, wargs, time to make yourself known.
None dare stand in my way. To crush your enemies, see them driven before
you don't have pikes, give you guys pikes. Okay, Gimli's still chasing us. Let's make sure he's going after us. Get the settlers tool so we're making even more money from our settlements. I'm going to rebuild this as a... Oh no, I'm not, because they've taken it. So try and stop him from destroying this citadel. And yet Gimli's fighting the warg sentries. He's winning, but not for long. Not for long. He won't be. Let's get heavy armor while we've got the money and we're not spending it. Gimli should be dying soon. I should have built more warg sentries in theory. Warg sentries really are just the answer to all our problems. Problem is we've now got no clan steading and we don't have infinite units, and they have Gandalf. And he's to kill my army. So that's pretty bad. Only 1 Wildman survived, and he's probably going to die anyway. Yep. So I think now we're starting to make the transition into Uruk-hai. And there goes Gimli. So we're just going Uruk-hai infantry. They've still got access to many wagons, and this map is very wide. Let's paint the wargs red. Have them use Howl, and then have it come instantly off cooldown to use it again. Doesn't stack, but you know, you can use it more. Can however having to wait for the ability to reload and gain experience during combat. Give them the Blood Warg upgrade as well, which means they regenerate when they attack. And with heavy armor on the way, let's get the 4 settlers tools after that.
What is best in life? Crush your enemies.
Okay, with the Uruk-hai we're getting right now, I'm going to actually get the clan setting back one last time and use it along with Wolfgar's ability to get the last planned units of Wildmen. Keep our wargs here. If we get the money, we can build the steel worker, making all our upgraded units even stronger, and it also gives a fat wad of cash every time it produces resources. Our buildings are a bit damaged. There's nothing I've not dealt with before. We've got a small army of Uruk-hai, but they've got pikes over there. I don't have to worry about that then. Let's us build steel workers in 3, 2, 1. There we go. There we go. Isengard really does make use of all its units. You never think, oh, I'm just going to use these units, oh, I'm just going to use these units. You want to be using all of them. You want to use all of them because they're all really good. Except for the scouts. Those things can burn in hell. I'm kidding. They've got their worth. They are worth something. But in particular, Isengard just needs more value. Once you get to this part of the game, you've got nothing to worry about. We've now got an army of Wildmen, which I'm going to give the majority of them pikes. Oh, now it only specifically goes for 1 unit. Okay, that's how they balance that out. You can only change 1 unit at a time. That's fine. I'll make them all pikes eventually. Let's just keep riding around. Give you guys heavy armor since I'm making you my elite scouting force. All my wildmen give me a bit more money as you're dying. Any unit that is close to death will get fully replenished. They've built Dale. I'm tempted to leave them with that, in fact. Just build another mine shaft and then walk away. No point getting into pointless conflicts. Okay, this is where it gets a bit more difficult to use our warg riders. The Isengard have arrived. Let's get some more of our upgrades, and we can then start investing in our heroes. No more catapults have shown up since the... oh, no, they might have actually, because our clan setting got destroyed. That's fine. Mineshaft time it is. Money time. It's money time. But yeah, the Dwarven axe throws in particular just need to be constantly bullied somehow. Best way to do it, have cavalry. Our cavalry isn't the best. I keep saying it, they aren't the best. But they do their job, and they do it well. And that is a catapult that has destroyed my citadel, which I cannot rebuild. Oh, no, I can rebuild it. It's there. Yeah, there's no point throwing an infantry army into that, because it won't get there in time. Oh, they've made Lurch cheaper, but Ugluk more expensive. That is not a bad payoff, actually. I'm happy to accept that payoff. So I always go Ugluk, I always forget Lurch. It's not Lurch's fault. It's just he needs the value, and he doesn't have that value in him. So what does this do? Is this you want to choose something to kill, and then while it's killing that thing, it gets more powerful. Okay. Let's get hardened armor. Let's get hardened weapons. Those are pikes. Let's lead them into the base. Whenever there's a unit you can't kill, lure it into your main army with wargs. The wargs aren't meant to be like Rohan's Rohirrim or the Knights of Dol Amroth that can just charge against anything and win. You have to pick and choose your fights. They aren't the strongest. We know we're not the strongest, but we certainly fight like we do. Like we should be. But yeah, against other cavalry, we actually excel because of that healing from the blood wargs. Against anything that's not a pike unit, these wargs can excel really well. But if you know their weakness and you exploit that weakness, they're very poor. We're gonna get 1 more unit of wargs. I feel like they deserve it. Let's get Lurtz as well. And now we should, with every charge, kill. Oh, almost. But another good thing is we get extra movement speed and damage from the Howl whenever we use it. And they level up fast with thanks to Sharku. It all comes down to just having Sharku around. Oh, I just charged into pikes and Isengard. No, I didn't want to do that. I did not want to do that, but they just completely ignored me, so I'm just going to pretend like that never happened. Oh, that was terrible. They're coming at me with more of them. We have a lot of power points, and I want to spend some of them. Summon some Wildmen to hold them back. The only caveat to using these units is you can't have them all together because they do make themselves weaker. But other than that, they're pretty good. They're really good powers. However, again, wargs not good against heroes either. The only thing they're weak to is everything that has damage against them. So basic infantry, no. Basic archers, oh no they don't. Anything with a pike or high damage like heroes, you don't want to deal with them. Let's try and get all the way to the other side of the map and deal with that. Just make a tower to get rid of whoever's assailing that building. Lurtz is here. Get some crossbows, even though I don't have the hardened bolts yet. We'll get them soon. The steel bolts even. We are getting the hardened bolts, which means they'll do way more damage. And look at that, these Wildmen actually beat a unit of Isengard and pikes. Only barely, but they did. Now the wargs have arrived in the south. Deal with that. We've got a good bit of money built up in our pockets. Let's spend it. Let's unspend it and get the hardened bolts I wanted to get ages ago. Get more Uruk-hai since we are making now the full transition into Uruk-hai. Although I am going to give my Wildmen heavy armor. They deserve it. They've earned it. Make sure we're getting pantries as well, because I do keep forgetting about that.
My rage is all-consuming.
And then once we have every other upgrade under the sun, we can then start going towards the captains, which make our units far superior to any other unit by making them level 5 and oh so more tanky. Oh my god, Lurtz just got rushed by battle wagons. I don't approve of whatever just happened to him. Oh no, Lurtz, you should definitely stay on your bow. Have Ugluk near you. Okay, they've increased the size of the grog of Ugluk, which I do like. And Lurtz moved out at the last second like a bitch. Oh my god, Lurtz, I hate you. I hate you with every fibre of my being. Oh, I can't do anything about this attack without an army to protect it. But I think at this point we're fine for money, so we don't have to worry about it. I prefer we throw our attention to winning. Okay, the Uruk captains once that's done. And then we can spend our money on Saruman. Let's just let this outpost fall. They actually gave up on the outpost. What? They just stopped. Why? Why? I'm not going to question it. I'm happy they've left my base alone. Okay, they decided to just move south. West even. They decided to just move west, and I charged into Isengard again. Oh, but it's fine. We're fine. It's all fine. They were just Isengard, not pikes. Oh, Grishnak is still somewhere. Okay, let's now get Saruman. Before I forget again. Might as well use it. Yeah, these wargs are very good at harassing an enemy army. Well, not an enemy army, enemy buildings even. Their purpose isn't to just charge in and be Giga Chads and kill everything like like Rohan or Gondor. They are meant to be cowardly and tricksy and false, if I'm to quote Gollum. They are wicked and tricksy. And they've come back over here to destroy my base. With Dane Ironfoot again.
No power here.
You have no power here.
We're gonna fight. I got the force in this thing.
Okay, get ready to run away. Oh, we got power 10. Nice. And Saruman has arrived. Let's get out of here. Everyone move faster. That's one good thing about the charge. You just get massive speed boost for escaping. Which is why I say these guys are hit and run. Uruk captains have now been unlocked. Can we select all units and give them Uruk captains all at once? No, that is still a thing I think they should do, but it's fine that they don't do it because I don't mind. We've still got a lot of Wildmen alive. Let's give these guys banner carriers so they can start healing over time. And let's use our powers to protect our little outpost over here from harm. We killed Dane with the summon. It's a very good summon. Unfortunately, there's still one horseman alive, so it's going to debuff all those Wildmen. Oh, and I lost the unit of wargs. That's a shame. Let's get another one. Get rid of that crap bolts. In case you don't already have heavy armor, let's give them the heavy armor again. And scavenger. And have him throw his torch out as well. Come on, you guys can win this. Easy sauce. Okay, maybe not anymore. Oh no, actually maybe. Might still be easy sauce. Make sure we've all got that. Captain. So Uruk-hai will be fearless and strong, unafraid of the enemy. I think we've met Foreign Helm and he is angry. And Saruman is knocking back our own Uruk-hai. Is Wolfgar still alive? Wolfgar is still alive, okay. Then tainted land at the gate. And prepare to explode the what? That wasn't me. They just threw their barrel at themselves. Not going to question it. I'm just going to get more Uruk-hai, get our heroes, and just carry on. Push into the base. Let's plant this down right next to the siege unit, as it deserves to be. The first thing to be annihilated. Oh, look at that. Siegework's gone. Perfect. And they're trying to rebuild it. Of course they are. They're trying to rebuild two of them now. Oh, hell no. You're not getting any more of that. Bill Fernie. I used to get Bill Fernie all the time. He is a situational hero now. He's a good scout hero, don't get me wrong, but I hardly ever find a reason to use him. You'd have to bribe me a lot to use him because he's so expensive to make him valuable at level 10, and even then he's not that good. Grima is the same, sadly. Isengard's heroes are their biggest weakness. They have no real... Their only good heroes are the ones that are expensive. Shaku gets away with it because he is just Shaku. But yeah, even he isn't that good unless he's got his posse. And look at that. Easy victory against the dwarves. Because the one thing that Isengard is weak against is enemies having good speed in the early game. That's why Lothlorien can be so powerful, because they can just lock them in and make them struggle to do anything. Let's make Saruman all rainbowy before he's done here. Oh, let's break the game. Yes! Look at that light. Oh. That's one way to wake you up in the morning. You see the kind of rainbowy shimmer on Saruman's cloak. And finally, the last building is about to be destroyed. Oh, they've been building upgrades on their walls. No, hell no, 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 none of that. And everyone stayed alive. Oh, but they're not dead yet because they have got Dale over here, which I completely forgot about. No one destroyed it. They have a Dale down there now. Let's destroy it. Oh, I forgot, you can actually use this power industry on the steel worker, making its economy just make your economy skyrocket. That is also why when you're fighting against Isengard, if you see them make a steel worker, try and stop them as fast as possible. Otherwise, they will have all their upgrades and all their best stuff really early. They'll get it at least 10 minutes earlier because of all the economy it makes. It's stupid. It is stupid how much economy they can just farm out of that buildings like that. Let's slow ourselves down a bit by summoning the indomitable warg and then killing it. Here we go, last place. Tainted Land again. Comes out really quickly, I notice. Quicker than I thought it would be. Oh, Saruman doesn't get to use his fireball, but he can at least say he used Wizard Blast. And we've still got Wildmen in the mix somewhere. Although they're all pikes, I can't make them full units again. Let's use the powers, because we can. Use everything. Make everyone faster. Life gain. Or life steal even. Inciting. Double the damage of Krishnak's boys for 10 seconds. It used to also make other units weaker for some reason. But then they gave that to Denethor and they realised that's a much better use of it. Oh no, my siege works. Oh, and all the dwarves just fling down to the ground. Victory is ours! Ugh. Slow early games are what you need to play against as Isengard. And surprisingly, playing against Isengard is not a good idea. Because their siege spam just ruins you. Because your units aren't, to begin with, aren't fast enough to deal with them unless you go wargs. And then you're going to deal with the fact that they've got wargs and it's just a constant clash. You can't win with that. 31 minutes, 46 seconds. I hope you've all enjoyed. Sadly, that was my hardest faction to play as. And I actually did really well with them. I thought it was going to be a bit more of a challenge. I guess I actually found the faction that was really good to play against them. But yeah, next time we're going to have Mordor, and that is one of my favourite factions, just like Imladris. And speaking of, they will be against Imladris. So until then, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.